Hey, YouTube family. How you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys. Hello, Renee. How you doing? You've been here a while. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys. I've got my hot tea. You know, my favorite James Brown cup that my brother got for me. This is going to be a late video because I don't know if you guys were watching the debates. So I had to watch that. And then we had to get to sit and talk about it. So I am so glad to jump into some topics, guys, some serious topics. So a couple of things. I'm in Buenos Aires, as you know, had a great time. As a matter of fact, I visited a couple of things. I visited Eva Perón's tomb, and I did grocery shopping. And I was trying to send you guys, I'm going to post some videos on my travel channel. But I wanted to show some pictures here. I was trying to send it. Let me see if I can get these pictures. As a matter of fact, show you some of these. And then the grocery shopping. So, oh my God, the Recoleta Cemetery is nice. So my travel videos, I will post all the details. So here I want to try to get some here to you. Some of the videos or some of the images. So I can send this to you guys so you can see some clips right quick. So before that, though, let me tell you guys, these social media streets, JLo is losing her mind. Remember the image with JLo and Matt Damon? Well, Matt Damon's people have come out and basically said that JLo, it did not look as it appeared. Hi, Renee. Thank you. I want to send these pictures while we're chatting. So we're going to talk about JLo and how JLo really, she was trying to manipulate the media by showing that image of her holding hands with Matt Damon. We're going to get into that. Also, you know, Princess Katherine, she's finished her chemotherapy. She released, or Buckingham Palace released a video, beautiful, of Katherine with William and the children. Beautiful video, right? Wouldn't you know, the despicable duo, Harry and Meghan, what did they do? They decided to Netflix released a promo of Harry's documentary. That's right. The Grifters, the despicable duos. We're going to get into that. Rinsky, how you doing? Good to see you, girly. Good to see you. So yeah, we're going to get into that because these two grifters, they decided to jump right on right a couple of hours after Katherine posted her video. So we're going to get into that. And then also Candace Owens. Now, it's no secret that I am not a big fan of Candace Owens, right? I don't want to get into politics, religion, and anything like that on this channel. I just got this one question. Candace Owens, she has just been demonetized and suspended for a week from YouTube. And my question for Candace Owens is, what's the end game of all of this? Like, you're going to keep fighting with the Jewish people who has suffered? I don't know. What's the end game here? Really? How does she think all of this is going to end? So, hi, Christine. How you doing? So that's what I want to get into with Candace Owens. Just what's her end game? So, guys, I want to show you Eva Perón's grave right quick site because I got a chance to visit that, and I did grocery shopping. So I want to send you guys. I meant to do that. I prepared all of the links, and I forgot to do this one. So bear with me because I'm going to load it up on my computer, and then we can get started. We're going to start with Miss JLo first. We got to start because JLo is the gift that keeps on giving, baby. JLo ain't playing around. JLo is the gift that keeps on giving. And you know what? We have got to keep our eye on her because JLo is not playing. So give me a second here and let me get the pictures, 2 pictures. Maybe, I don't think it's going to let me do the video, but when I put my, post my videos to my travel channel, I'll share here too. But I want to share with you guys some of these images I got from the cemetery, which were which, oh, Jesus, what did I do that for? Okay, hold on one second. So let's pull up Miss JLo right quick, and then we're going to get into it. Now, okay, let me share my screen right quick here. Let's share the screen. And let's look at this picture of JLo and Matt Damon. Do you remember this, seeing this at the Unstoppable premiere? Remember this image of JLo and Matt Damon? Now, look at the poor lady next to her. You see this black lady, she's like, oh my God. Now, let me see if I can make this bigger. So look at Matt Damon's head. His head, and she's holding his hand. And she's saying, her people were saying that JLo and Matt Damon were praying. That's what they were claiming. JLo and Matt Damon were praying right together. Did you guys buy that at all? Did you buy that? Look at this image. Now, Matt Damon looks like he's trapped. To me, he looks like he is trapped, right? Matt Damon is like, please. And JLo is like, well, Ben Affleck, Ben won't talk to me. He won't answer any of my calls. Why won't Ben talk to me? I love Ben. And Matt Damon is listening to all of this because JLo is so desperate. You guys know that. You know she's desperate. You know that. So hold on one second, guys. Let me show. Okay, here we go. Let me show you this. Okay, I send these pics. Okay. All right, perfect. So she is just like, look at her. Just look at her. She's looking at him. I want to make this bigger, but let me see if I can make this even bigger. Yeah, it took me away. It's okay. But you can see, look at the lady sitting here next to him. She's turning her head. She's like, I think she's one of JLo's staff members. She's like, I don't even want, this is just too embarrassing. She doesn't even want to look JLo in the face because she knows JLo is embarrassing herself. That's what this lady here is doing. She's like, JLo, she's one of JLo's employees. And she's like, this is crazy. And Matt Damon is holding his head down because he's like, shit, I'm trapped. This woman, because Ben Affleck's gone no contact. Ben Affleck has gone no contact, which is what you're supposed to do when you have a crazy stalker, or you have an ex who just refused to let go. So what he does is Ben Affleck goes completely no contact. He's like, no. And that's the right thing to do. No contact. But JLo trapped him. But People Magazine and all of them said, oh, Matt Damon and JLo, they were in deep conversation for 20 minutes, right? Well, it looks like Matt Damon's people have come out, and let's see what they had to say about Miss JLo. So let's pull this up. Check this one out. It's like, JLo, stop. Here, check this out. Look at that. Matt Damon shuts down rumors. You see this? And let me make it bigger so you can see for yourself. Matt Damon shut down JLo's attempt to talk about Ben Affleck wasn't praying with her. He says he was not praying with her, guys. He says no. And let's look down here. Come on, let's read the article together. In case you missed it, Jennifer Lopez and Matt Damon were spotted having an intimate conversation at the premiere of Unstoppable. Who said intimate? Cosmopolitan, right? We know that's one of the, the marketing arms for these celebrities. So JLo told him we were in an intimate conversation at the premiere of Unstoppable. JLo's movie that's somewhat awkwardly produced by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's production company. Yeah. Ben skipped the premiere for obvious reasons, but apparently JLo and Matt chatted for a full 20 minutes and even held hands at one point. But according to an insider, Ben wasn't up for the discussion. Check this out, guys. Now, this is the meat and potatoes of this whole article. And this is from Matt Damon's cap. Look at this. Matt Damon shut down any attempt that JLo made to discuss Ben at the premiere, a source told the Daily Mail, adding that it was her timing that was so awkward because she would have known that pulling Matt aside at the event to have an intimate talk was going to get picked up and go viral. Her whole hand on his hand was a nice touch, but he was not having any of it. He told her he is glad she is doing well and is thankful for her participation in the film, but he made it clear he was not there to talk about Ben at all. As for a photo, page 6 published of Matt bowing his head while speaking to JLo, the source says he was not praying with her and actually made it clear he'd always have Ben's back no matter what. So JLo, as you can tell, JLo, see, I said Jennifer Lopez hold Matt Damon hand at Unstoppable premiere amid Ben Affleck divorce. She knew it would go viral, right? She knew that. And it did not work. Matt Damon's people came out and let's put that back up again. They put a stop to that lie. They said, no way, no way. He shut it down, and he has to. He's like, I told you, where's her advocate? She doesn't have any because she don't have friends. They're employees. Where's her advocate? And why is she grabbing his hand? JLo grabbed his hand because she knew that would go viral. She wanted Matt Damon. She wanted to tie him down because Ben Affleck is not even answering her calls, guys. He's not. So let's take a look at some of these comments. He's not answering. Ben Affleck's gone no contact, and that is right. Remember a couple of days ago, we discussed that. Dr. Pinsky says that's what you should do when it comes to cutting off a relationship that you don't want anymore. You have to cut it off in no communication, because the individual who don't want to let go, they will take your niceness and think that the relationship is going somewhere. And you just got to let it go. And that's what he did. Rinsky, hi Rinsky. How low can JLo go? Yeah, that's low. And remember, she was dancing up on Bobby Cannavale, and he's got a whole wife and a kid or two. I just think that's terrible. I think that's terrible. I can't believe how toxic and cruel the despicable duo are. Yeah, we're going to get into Harry and Meghan for sure, Rinsky. Definitely. Definitely. E. Baker, hi Rhonda. Hope your vacay is going great. It is wonderful. I got some images I want to share with you too. When I download my email, I'm going to share some stuff with you guys. I had a little fun. Okay, Christine. Oh boy, she needs to stop. She is definitely not praying. Look at this. Yeah, Matt is stuck in the corner. I mean, they weren't praying, and she knew that. But I think she's so desperate, and I'm shocked at JLo because she's in her mid-50s. JLo, you're supposed to be working this stuff out when you're in your 30s, 20s, and 30s, and maybe in your 40s. But relationships don't always work, and the other person can decide to leave, and it sucks. But you have to get up and keep it moving. And you learn that in your 30s. You realize, hey, an individual don't like you, whoever you're with, it breaks your heart, and you survive it. And you realize, you know what? Fuck them. I'm better off without them. Like, JLo is hunting down Ben Affleck's best friend. Crazy. And I think she wore that dress with the bows on the side because I think she was like, unwrap me. She wanted Ben Affleck. I think she really thought Ben Affleck was going to show up. And Ben Affleck want no part of it. He was right. He's like, I want out. And Matt Damon knows that. So Matt takes one for the team. Matt shows up. And he's like, he's just trying to be nice to JLo. He's like, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I'm so sorry a relationship didn't work. I'm so sorry that you're hurt. Matt's a good guy, and he's been married to the same woman for about 18 years or so, or 20. He knows. He's like, and then she tries to make it into more than what it really is. And we can see that. We can totally see that. Renee says JLo had a death grip on Matt's hands, same as Meghan does Harry. Oh, yeah, very true. He wasn't holding her hand. His body language was sinking in his seat in a dreadful silence. Yes, let's look at Matt Damon again, guys. Let's look at him again. Let's go back in here. Hold on one second. Yeah, let's hold on. Let's share this again. Look at his face. And look at the black lady sitting. If I can pull up closer to her, the black lady, her mouth's like this. She's like, no, she not again. Look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, and look at Matt. Matt Damon, he's such a nice guy. He's just like, and look at JLo. She holding on to his hand like that death grip. And he's like, oh God, no. And here are the cameras. Oh God, no. Oh God, no, please. That lady with the bonnet is always with her. Yeah, that is the one. She was with her in Italy too. I think she's one of her employees that the JLo claims is her friend, but you see her face. She's looking like to the side, like, oh God, JLo. She don't want to look JLo in the eye because she's like, JLo, you are begging this man's best friend. You are begging. What are you begging for? He wants out. What do you think Matt Damon's gonna do? And Matt Damon knows he knows exactly. Ben is his best friend. They've been friends since they were little, teenagers. He knows it's over. And he's trapped. They need to ask those people around them what the convo was about. I really would love that. That's what Radar says. I would love to know. I would love to be a fly on the wall, let me tell you. But I think that this lady's face tells it all. And I bet you JLo's going to fire her. I bet you JLo's going to fire her. Because look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, here we go, JLo begging again. So she's seeing JLo crying. Because JLo don't drink. So she's probably, what does she do? She probably crying and all kind of theatrics behind closed doors. And this lady is like, not again, JLo. That's that man's best friend. What are you hoping to accomplish? What are you hoping? You'd say Radar said that's from a source, not officially Matt himself. Oh, that's so true. Christine, Cosmo, Harper's Bazaar, Vogue, they're all paid for play now, like US people, etc. Scary how all this Hollywood PR firms run every media outlet now. They do. Thanks to JLo and Meghan Markle, they have educated us on how these gossip mags and these celebrity news outlets, they're nothing but advertising arms for these celebrities. That's all they are. That's it. That's all they are. Seems like JLo and Meghan are made of the same stuff, empty vessels that make the most noise. Ooh, that's so true. Using people in puff pieces for making us to make us love them. People with talent don't do that, do they? No, they don't. That's why I say they're part of Hollyweird. And you notice the people that are part of Hollyweird are the ones that get exploited the most. And like, I can't wait for the videotapes of JLo at these white parties. And then, JLo stepping out with her ass showing and everything else now. She down for everything. And she's grinding all up on a married actor. Bobby Cannavale, Matt Damon, these are actors. They are part of Hollywood. They don't chase the celebrity news outlets just so they can keep our attention. They don't have to. All they do is have to star in a movie, and these are good actors, and that's how they sell themselves, through their work. JLo, unfortunately, think the only way to sell herself is to show her ass, breast, and lick on an ice cream cone. That's all she knows how to do. That dress showed off she removed her Ben tattoo. That's a sign of her letting go. Well, I'm not convinced she's trying to let Ben go, because if she was, she wouldn't be trapping his best friend in a corner holding his hand. Just saying. JLo would love to have a thing with Matt to throw it in Ben's face. Oh, yeah, she would do that. And it's like, but Matt, I don't think JLo understand what friendship is either. Just like she didn't understand what marriage is when you're really committed to a person. Like, you don't have an alcohol brand, okay? You don't go selling his motorcycles, like the hell with what he wants. You don't drag him to premieres because you know that he doesn't like it. He's more of an introvert. You don't expose his intimate letters he wrote you, even if he was married and was drunk writing you, like you drunk dial. You don't expose that stuff. She was just invading privacy, all for the sake of getting some kind of attention. That's what she was doing. Christine says word on the street is she's desperately trying to win an award with this movie. Good luck with that. I mean, good luck with it. I can never say never, but I don't see Hollywood giving Jennifer Lopez an award. I just don't see it. I'm just saying, for me, I don't see it. She's supposed to jump over everybody else for what? And give her an Oscar? All the good work that these actresses are putting, all this good work. You got talented actors and actresses out there. They're going to give it to JLo? Yeah, okay. So there's JLo in her fantasy bubble again. Just like JLo think that she should have won an Oscar. She really thought she should win an Oscar for that movie Hustler or whatever that movie she was in. And I'm like, shit, she was playing herself. I mean, I don't understand. She was playing herself. JLo wants to be a wife in name only. Yeah, she don't really understand what it means to be a wife. And you can tell. Well, first of all, she's done it 4 times. She's not good at it. She's not at all good at it. And you can just tell from Ben Affleck, his reaction to her. It's so visceral now, he won't even be photographed with her. And it's like we saw ourselves how she treated that marriage, how she was invading privacy, intimate letters. It didn't mean nothing to her that he was writing them letters to her or gave it to her as a gift. No, she wanted to show Jennifer Garner that she was the one that JLo was the one that got away. And Jennifer Garner was the sad piece. And it's like, girl, roll it back. He didn't marry you. He married JLo. He dumped you 3 days before your marriage. He married who he wanted to. He married Jennifer Garner, not you. And you were sitting around messaging this man when he was married to Jennifer Garner. She was taking him to rehab. She's trying to keep her family together and they got little kids and you're sitting there writing him. What is wrong with you? None of that stuff mean anything to her. And like she's granting everything in front of Bobby Cannavale. I never know how to pronounce his name. Really? So you don't give a damn if that man got a whole wife and kids. It means nothing to her. Nothing. She will sleep with him. She will sleep with Matt Damon. I don't think she gives a damn one way or the other. I really don't. She's a woman scorned now. That's exactly her label. JLo, a woman scorned. And she will do, and you can tell it. She's walking around with that dress. You don't, and what are you holding Mac's hand for? And your ass hanging out on the side. And your breast. What is wrong with you? Risky says, why is JLo hanging out with Ben's friends and children? I don't understand her lack of boundaries. It's like Meghan and her constant inappropriate hugging strangers with her bare armpits. Oh, Risky. Ooh. And you know, I told you, Meghan Markle looked like she's gotten older to me. I'm sorry. She looked like she smelled like pee and vomit. The pee is from drinking all the alcohol and puking. The pee is from, peeing on herself because she drink all the alcohol and stuff. And she gets so drunk, she pee on herself in that big Montecito mansion. And then the vomit is from when she sticks her finger down her throat with bulimia and all that. That's in my mind what I see. It's just in my mind what I see. I could be totally wrong. So what do you guys think of Miss JLo? And she is on the hunt, but she is a woman scorned. That's the best way to describe her. A woman scorned. JLo smoke? I didn't know JLo smoke. Don't forget the heavy smoking. JLo smoke, Christine? I didn't know she smoked. Well, we know that she's a woman scorned now. So she's trying to get Ben Affleck jealous. And oh girl, he don't. And you know that you can tell by Matt Damon's reaction. Let's look at it close. Let me see if I can get it. Yes, look at this. I feel this is a bad picture. This looks bad. And her face, she is desperate. Oh, Christine said Meghan Markle. Oh, Meghan Markle. Okay, I got you. Meghan Markle. Okay. Yeah, Meghan Markle. Yep. Because she thinks by smoking it keeps her skinny. So, but JLo, this picture is devastating though for JLo's brand. Because it's showing that she is like, and Matt Damon's holding his head down because he feels like, oh God, I'm trapped. And then look at this employee of hers right here, her face. She's like, I cannot believe this. She's like, I cannot believe that. Yeah, Matt looks like, yes, he looks like he's embarrassed for her. That's right, sci-fi fantasy girl. This is a devastating picture to me of JLo's brand. And you could tell JLo say she don't know what to do. And I don't understand. And her, this employee of hers, the black lady, her head turned. I think she's just trying to give JLo grace. I think she's gonna turn her head and not, because to look at her, to JLo and see JLo, I think JLo is begging him, talk to Ben. And Matt is like, oh my God. Because he's being a professional. He's produced this movie with her and Ben Affleck. And you know what, going forward, Matt, I would tell Ben, I'm done with producing. I don't want to just say, leave your girlfriends and wives out of it. I do not want to be in the middle of your breakups anymore, because he's taking one for the team big time. He's taking one for the team. Yeah, look at that. He's taking Matt Damon. You know what? When I was on the plane coming to here to Buenos Aires, I watched Born Identity. No, Born Identity was the first. It was Born Identity, Born Supremacy, then Born Ultimatum. It was the second one. I think that's the Supremacy one. It was so good. I like the Bourne series movies, but Jason Bourne, I like Matt Damon as an actor. I just think this is a devastating image for me. For me, this is bad. This is really bad, because JLo looked like she is really upset. She couldn't. What JLo's press people say about JLo wanting her husband Ben back is contradictory to JLo's actions in front of the cameras. Ben don't want her back. I don't know why she keep doing that. I'm very confused by that. I am very confused, because he does not want her back. And why she keeps pushing it, he's not confused. But if she wants to keep holding on, go ahead. Whatever works for her, go on ahead. Try to keep forcing the man to be with you. I don't know why. I don't understand, but she seems to keep pushing. I think JLo is, I think her ego is hurt, and I don't think she has done the work. She doesn't know how to work through situations like this, because she's always had men attached to her, and she's never been rejected in the public like this. Then all of a sudden, boom, she's rejected. And she's angry. She don't know how to work through it. But I can tell her now, girl, you got, first thing to do is go away. Go away. That's the first thing you do. Just go away for a while. Go away. And you know what? Get some therapy, love on your kids, and come back and then regroup. But she can't do it. She cannot do it. She can't do it, guys. And that's sad. That's really sad. She can't do it. So we shall see. We shall see. Let's see. Here's another one. Christina, she can't be alone, and prospects are not looking good for her right now. She used to have them line up. She needs to get another backup dancer. Oh, she will. Trust me, she will. But the thing is that I think JLo, what she don't realize is that because she's been in that bubble, we age, people. Aging is a normal process in life. So JLo, you're not 30 anymore. We can't stay young anymore. I mean, that's just part of life. But the beauty of aging is you become more wise, because you have experienced a lot more, and you've grown and you've learned. But if you're stuck in a bubble and everybody is telling you, yeah, and you're not rooted in reality, she's not rooted in reality. The prospects are not there because she's not young anymore. She has to compete with 32-year-olds. Why play that game? I'm like, if JLo was doing the work all along for the past 20 years, 25 years, she would not be doing this. She wouldn't be trying to chase anybody. She would accept the fact that, okay, in a relationship, sometimes it just don't work. That don't mean your life is over. No, it doesn't mean it. And trust me, there will be another. But you're not going to be attracting men like you did when you 25, 30 years ago. No. And that's okay. Because you should be at a different place in your life. Once you get in your mid 50s, let me tell you guys, let me tell you. Once you get in your mid 50s, and you have lived and learned, you've grown, you've lived, you learned, and you at a spot where it's a sweet spot where you've done the work and you are happy with yourself and you're thriving and you're happy being alone and you're not lonely. You're alone, but not lonely. And you have friends that may come in your life and those that may leave and you may get disappointed. Cool, but life is not over. You got your friends, you got family, you've got your own interest. All of that makes for a beautiful, thriving life. That's not what she's got. That's not what she's got. And she's grabbing this man's best friend, and that's a problem. And believe it or not, Ben Affleck being in recovery, and I think that he is back in recovery. And if he is, he's looking at that. You better believe if he's talking to a sponsor or a psychologist or something, they're delving into why he decided to marry JLo, which was a bad move, with all of the signs that JLo was really troubled. Because JLo the package looks good, but then you scratch beneath that surface, you see there's a lot of shit going on, a lot. So he's got to do something. He got to figure out why he did that. He's impulsive, very impulsive. JLo is a problem. JLo is a big problem. Let's see some of the comments. Lurleen Reynolds says she has always been obsessed with that band. Yeah, he may be her kryptonite, but you know something? For those of you, I don't know if you've experienced that. Have you ever? And we all have that one person in our life that we know that they are no good for us. I had it. There was one guy in my life I had. I thought I shared with you guys before. This was after my divorce. We were like best friends. And in my mind, I thought, okay, perfect. We were going to move in together and everything. And then all of a sudden he pumped the brakes, pumped it. I was devastated. And I could not understand. It took a while. It took about 2 years for me to realize that he just did not want, just got divorced. I just got divorced. He did not want to be a stepfather. He was just like, nope. He had just gotten divorced maybe a year earlier. And the same with me. And we were not involved. We were married, nothing like that. But he just did not want that. That I understood. It took a while. I got hurt. My feelings were so hurt. And he would still call every once in a while and say, how you doing? I'm so sorry. And I would be like, fuck you. What are you calling me for? I could not understand. Fast forward to about 2 years later is when it clicked to me that he just did not want that. He did not want to get into another marriage and be a stepfather. He had his 2 boys. That broke my heart, guys. It really did. But then I realized, wait a minute, he just didn't know how to say it. He didn't know how to articulate it. He didn't handle it best as a way he could have. But you know what? He did himself right. He had to look out for himself. Now, am I supposed to get angry with him for a lifetime because he just decided that's not what he wanted? No, I snapped out of that fantasy. And you know what I learned? I realized that I may have an idea about where a relationship should be or what I want, but the man may have a different idea. He may not want to move as far, or he may get into the relationship and then pause it. Or you may get into a relationship and pause it. We have that right. You know what? Don't play the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. If you don't want nobody stalking you if you want out. So do in kind, don't stalk somebody else. Like JLo has dumped men. She went from Ohani, Noah, whatever that guy is, dumped him for Puff Daddy. Broke up with Puff Daddy when the arrest happened, got with Chris Judd, dumped Chris Judd for Ben Affleck. Then Ben Affleck dumps her, then she gets with Mark Anthony. Make Mark Anthony divorce his wife. And then Mark Anthony eventually dumps her, and then she moves on with the bisexual backup dancer, and then she get with A-Rod. So my point is, she dumped people along the way in those relationships. And to her, she would expect for them to leave her alone, right? So then she should turn the camera around on herself and say, hey, wait a minute. Turn that magnifying glass on herself. Don't you think, JLo, that you need to leave Ben Affleck alone? Leave him alone. He doesn't want it. He does not want it. Stop taking pictures with that man's kids. Stop cornering his best friend at parties. Stop shaking your ass to married men. It looks bad. It rings bad. Stop it. Just stop it. And do the work. Because what's really going on, JLo, is you never mastered the art of being alone and building deep roots in yourself, within yourself. You haven't done none of the work. And now you're out here like a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old, and it looks bad because you're too old for that. Too old for that, Rinsky. Oh, let's see. Oh, Rinsky, I'm turning 50 this year. Oh, and somehow is single. Somehow I'm happier and more at peace than ever. I can't imagine losing myself to a man again. Sad to see JLo with all her privilege so scared to be alone. That's so true, Rinsky. I can't believe you don't look 50 on your thumbnail. So yeah, it is beautiful when you've done the work. And I think we have to go through that. You have to experience getting rejected, falling for someone, realizing that person is just not into you like you into them. Getting your feelings hurt, working through that, trying to figure out why you got into that situation in the first place, and sorting it out. And then you learn and you grow. And what you realize is that why invite people in your life that's going to add trouble and drama? And you get, like you say, Rinsky, you get in your 50s, like that's a beautiful age when you've done the work. Do you know I have this big gigantic, I bought this super king size bed. That's my baby. You guys seen it at home. I've shown you guys. I lay in it and I am comfortable. I travel the world. I worked with my kids. I was married and I used to always dream of traveling. And I remember my ex-husband say, why do you want to travel? I remember when they were little, why do you want to travel? Guys, I used to dream of traveling when my kids were little tiny tots. Fast forward 20 years later, and they are going to college, and I am self-employed, and I'm able to afford on a budget to travel the way I want to. My life has opened up, and I meet so many single travelers, solo travelers out here, and beautiful, kind spirits. People are out here living their lives solo and single. And this idea that single women are like cat ladies, or single women are depressed and all that, that's bullshit. They're not. I can promise you, we're not. You can thrive, but you got to do the work. And you cannot attach yourself to another person. What you got to realize, happiness is an inside job. You can't rely on nobody else. And then when you got one life and one life only, and you realize that there are no do-overs, you better grab life while you can and enjoy it. And you can't get it through attaching yourself to another person. If you happen to be married or in a relationship, beautiful, beautiful, and you're happy, God bless you. But if you happen not to be, there's so much more out there you can thrive and be happy. You could thrive and be happy too. Definitely. And that's why JLo is so devastating looking at her. She did none of the work, guys. I think she's stuck at 20, 25, 26 years old. She did none of the work. And beauty can be a curse. And as she gets into this industry, what's interesting is she never used her resources to learn more skills like directing or writing, screenplays, or, even producing. She's getting into producing, but this whole thing is her Achilles heel. She has to work on that love addiction. She's going to end up being like Elizabeth Taylor. It's not going to look good. It's really not. Christine said Ben is done with her, and the more she does, the more turned off he is by all of it. You know what? If he's in recovery, like I suspect he is, I think he is, he's really having to look at why he chose her. Because in reality, they are not compatible. And we saw that in the documentary, did we not? They're not compatible. He's more of an introvert. She's more a slave to the media. She craves this attention, and and she can't go away because that's how she feeds her ego, and she's driven by ego because there's nothing else there. But it's never too late. She's got the money and the resources to get the help she needs, but she's not doing it. She's stuck. That's scary. All right, guys, we're going to move on to Harry and Meghan, but I wanted to share with you guys some of my pictures here. Let me show you this. I'm going to share this. Let's see. Can we share this screen? Oh, you know what? Let me see. Hold on one second here. I want to, let me see, present, share screen. Okay, let me see, inbox. Let's see, is it this one? Yay. Okay, so let me see to share this one. This is the Recoleta Cemetery. So let me see, can you guys see this? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Hold on one second. Okay. All righty. And then let me see. This is the cemetery. It's so beautiful. Let me do all of these. Let me see if you can get this one too. Oh, this is Eva Perón's tomb. I don't know if you can see that. Eva Perón's tomb. So I'm going to post some videos. When I post on my travel channel, so you guys can get more. So that's Eva Perón's tomb. And then I went grocery shopping. So look what I got here. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, let me make this bigger. Let's see if I can make this bigger. So what I do though is I make sure that I go grocery shopping before I do anything. So I spent $70 on this. I'm going to put a video together for you guys, but here's some images I was able to transfer over. So I got like yogurt, eggs, cabbage, like a coleslaw mix, and lettuce, tomatoes. I got 6 pounds of chicken, nuts. All of this was like $70 in US dollars. So yeah, it was, I always do that because you guys know I travel on a budget. So when I go, I make sure that I get all the meals. And then my trainer, this is the stuff he told me to get. So I know I got eggs here so that I can have healthy meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then that way I'm not blowing my money eating out every day, which would be not good. It's a waste of money. And then also unhealthy because you don't really know how they're cooking their food. So stay tuned. I am posting some videos later tomorrow. Tomorrow I have my massage, and then they have a gym in the building. And then Thursday I'll go on my hike in the waterfall. So I'm going to share that. Then Friday I've got the tango show, and it's a dinner and a show. So I'm going to share that with you guys. And I'm going to have more pictures tomorrow. I should have loaded it up because I loaded Matt Damon and JLo pictures and I forgot. Oh, shoot. So I started sending it from my phone to my email. And so I'll have more tomorrow. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, Renee. Smart shopping. You save money instead of restaurant food. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. Whenever I go, I stay at an Airbnb. I always grocery shop so that I'm eating in most of the time. Coffee and tea. As you guys know, I always have a mug. Now, I got my favorite James Brown mug that I use now, but I love coffee and tea. So usually they will have coffee and tea as complimentary items in an Airbnb. But I always buy the instant coffee anyways, and I buy the whole milk, and I just put a teaspoon or 2 in there, stir it up, and then that's my little latte. So I drink that, and I'm not buying $2-3 cups of coffee every day. So that's how you have to budget when you travel, you know. Hi, Odalis. How you doing? Good to see you too. All right, guys, let's get to Princess Catherine's announcement. And the despicable duo, Harry and Meghan, these two decided that they are going to post here. Let's put this here so you can see it. They decided they're going to post Harry's Polo couple of hours afterwards. Don't they have any shame? They don't. They don't. And Harry is such a stupid idiot. He really is. I'm convinced, guys. He is totally an idiot. So let's read this right quick. Let's work through this because I am just like Harry. I'm so done with Harry though. It's like I think that he's so easy to be manipulated. Um, Gracia Maria, I am in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Yep. So, yeah, that's a shame. So let's read this article right quick. The Mirror posted this. Now, as you know, Princess Catherine, she has announced that she's done with her cancer treatment, right? And she did a beautiful, beautiful video. And I wanted to post that video. Shoot, I wish I had it. But I don't know if you guys seen it. It was so beautiful. It was Kate with her husband and her children. And she says she's going to focus on the future. She loves her family. It's showing images of her playing card games with her parents there and her children. Her, William, and the kids walking in the park. Beautiful video. And as you guys know, I talked about losing my mother to cancer. It's terrible. It is devastating. That cancer is awful. And this lady's got her and her husband, they got little kids. The video it was beautiful, but it was somber to me. And I pray that she can survive this. I do. I think she is, the fact that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, because they want to covet William and Kate's life. That's what they want to do when you think about it. Harry is upset because he's the spare. He really wants to be William. He wants to covet William's life. And look at Meghan Markle. What is this, all these phony tours? She thinks she's Kate number 2.0. She wants to covet Kate's life. And she's angry that she can't. So what do? So let's read this. So Kate releases that video and to the world. It's a beautiful video. Oh, beautiful video, right? So teaser for Prince Harry's newest Netflix project drops hours after Princess Kate's cancer update. Princess Katherine, I hear, is how you should pronounce it. So fans were left fuming as Prince Harry and Netflix dropped a teaser for his upcoming Netflix docuseries the same day that Princess Kate shared her health update. Really? How tacky can you be? How tacky can you be? Let's put this up completely because I want us to be able to you guys to read this. Fans have brutally slammed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as the teaser for Archwell Productions' new Netflix docuseries dropped just hours after Princess Kate's cancer recovery update. On September 9, Prince Harry's sister-in-law, Prince Kate, shared a vulnerable update with her supporters as she gave an inside look at her cancer journey. In the video, the 42-year-old announced that she had completed her chemotherapy treatment and was navigating the long road to recovery ahead in the emotional update. Princess Kate, this says Prince Kate shared. Look at that typo. Princess Kate shared her newfound appreciation for life, love, and family since her difficult fight with cancer. But despite the candid update, Netflix still moved forward with promoting the Sussex upcoming docuseries Polo on the same day. In the teaser shared on X, formerly Twitter, a share of still snaps from the upcoming project were posted. These 4 images featured included both action shot of polo players on their horses, as well as behind-the-scene moments captured of the athletes caring for their animals. And we're not going to show the clips because no one gives a shit about Harry and Meghan, the despicable duo, the Duke and Duchess of Monte shit show. We don't want that. No. Nope. Not at all. Catherine's video was so beautiful. It really was. It was really beautiful. And you know what? It makes me so sad because when you have lost someone to cancer, in your family, and I lost my mother, it is devastating. So I can't imagine what she felt like. All I know is my father, he had 5 kids and lost his wife. She died at 29. My mom, cancer took her out. My father started drinking and never recovered. He drank himself to death. So when you look at a woman like Katherine, who's human, and Prince William, human, they are not only battling her health issues, but Prince William's got to battle his own brother, who is being controlled by a malevolent force, a dark force. Imagine that, when your brother should be giving you support and comfort. And instead, he's trying to grift. He posts his, like, no, Netflix, you can post Prince Harry shit and ride off of Katherine and Prince William all you want. No one's going to watch that piece of shit of a documentary. Who gives a shit about Polo? Unless, Harry, you're going to share with us about what you and Nacho and your wives do together. How about that? What's going on with y'all swinging thing? Because we know that Meghan probably hooked you up with all the Hollywood stuff. Show us that, Harry, dimwit. So I feel so bad. I feel so bad for William. I really do. I really, really do. Look at this. I thought this was beautiful with he and Katherine. Look at that. Oh my God. And you can tell on his face, William's face, he's got the weight of the world on his face. You could tell it. You can tell. Have you seen someone's face when you know they're going through it? They're in the thick of it. They are in the thick of it. And Harry, all he can do is post. He want to capitalize on the Katherine's media blitz. That's how they see it, when all it is just Katherine sharing with the world in her way that I'm doing okay. I'm done with the cancer treatments. I don't know what the future holds, but right now I'm going to hold on to my family for dear life and enjoy every moment, every minute that I can with these beautiful children and her husband. Imagine how scared William is. His father got cancer and his wife is got cancer. And he got to deal with this dimwit. Let's see some of the comments. This dimwit. That's deep. That is deep. That is really sad. Oh, Gracia Maria, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yep, it just takes one subscriber at a time, guys. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. I teared up when I watched the video. Yeah, I did too. It was somber too. And you could tell in her voice, like, this is serious. Like, we know Meghan is a sociopath and she is a dark force. But Harry, that's why I say Harry is, I think that he has so much anger and resentment. And I think it's making him more angrier that he's not getting what he wants. He's a spoiled brat. He's spoiled. But he is going to regret it. Because I don't know if William can forgive him for this. Because that is a deep betrayal. That is a deep betrayal. That's sad. Hi, baby boxer. Hi. Thanks for joining us. Hi. That's terrible. Christine, I loved it. The imagery, the greenery, her family, stunning. I loved it too. And I got the message she was trying to send. I got it. Because her voice was really, it was simple, to the point, but it's serious. And when you got cancer, it's no joke. There's no guarantee you're going to be here 2 years from now or 5 years from now. It can be a devastating diagnosis. And doctors just don't know. Some patients survive decades. Others, it take them out. Others, I told you about my boss, old boss. She thought she was cured, and then 11 years later, it came back with a fourth. You don't know. They just don't know. But people do survive it, and we're hoping the best for her. But can you imagine how scared she is? And that's what I saw when you look in William's face. It's a reality. It's a stark reality check that this shit's serious. That life, we're not immortal. We don't have an infinite number of years. It just goes on infinitum or whatever. We're only here for a limited time, and it goes like that. And they got little kids. I told you guys the only thing, because I had lost my mom young, and it was hard in schools when you had Mother's Day and stuff. Terrible. The only thing with my kids, the only thing I prayed for was like, God, please just let me live until they're adults. That's all. I did not want them to suffer. Now, my ex-husband and I had the similar backgrounds. We both had alcoholic fathers, and we both lost our mothers when we were little. So maybe that's why we were such good friends too. We had very similar backgrounds. So I didn't want that from my kids. And I was like, thank you, God. I'm so glad that at least they're adults now. They're in college. I don't want to go anytime soon, but I'm like, well, at least now they're adults, you know. But Harry and Meghan, and that the cruelty is so freaking cruel. It blows my mind, the level of cruelty, like that Netflix doc. And I told you guys, Big O's best friend is married to the CEO of Netflix. You guys thought that was okay to do that to these people. You guys decided you were going to ride on poor William and Catherine's coattails. These two grifters have no shame. They've got no shame at all. They are sick. That's what it is, sick. And if I was William, I wouldn't let Harry near my family. I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't. Let's see some of the comments. I think that was all Meghan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course it is. But Harry has some say. Harry could say, he could just protest and say, I will not go promote. You don't ever post anything. If my sister-in-law, I thought he loved Katherine. I thought Katherine was someone that he loved. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you? He could say, I will not, just tell him, I will not promote Polo or anything. You could sue me. Then sue me. But he could say, don't post anything. Do not post anything where my sister-in-law and my brother post something about her condition. Anything. He could just say, don't ever do that, Meghan, ever again. He could stop it, but he won't. That's why I think that he is not only a useful idiot, but I think that he might have some cruelty in him too. Because I just can't understand how he could do that to his brother. His brother is suffering. I don't get that. I don't get that level of cruelty. And Meghan did the same thing to her father. Her father had several strokes. He's in his 80s. He could barely speak. And Meghan has not picked up the phone. Nothing. That level of cruelty is beyond what I can understand. And they will pay a price for that. Because remember, one thing I know for certain, the universe always give you back what you put into it. It does. It really does. So you got to be careful, because that karma is going to come back and bite you. It's going to be fascinating to watch how Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, how this whole thing works itself out. Prince William and Kate, I wish them very well, and their family, I wish them well, because that video showed us that these are real people. They can have all the titles in the world. They got all the money you can dream of. It can't cure that cancer. It's not going to get rid of that cancer, is it? Can't do it. It's all in God's hand. God's hands. All Catherine can do is love on her husband and her children and be with her family. And that's what you're supposed to do. Just spend as much time as you can. They say William is not doing as much work. He says he wants to spend time. Because imagine seeing her go through all of the treatment, the chemo. Imagine all that. Do you think Harry and Meghan give a damn? They don't care. That's some cruelty. It's going to be interesting to report on these two, Harry and Meghan, the despicable duo, the Duke and Duchess of Montecito, the grifters. How many nicknames we got him? Ginger Nut and Nutmeg. Yeah. Yeah. That's so cruel. Oh, Dallas Ruiz, she seems desperate. And that is Ben's friend. He's a nice guy. He was being polite. Yes, he was. JLo, yes. Matt Damon was just being polite. Gracie Maria. Rhonda, there are no trailer or on Polo Netflix, just photos as per some of the ex-users. Oh, okay. So it wasn't a trailer, it was just photos. Okay. Thanks, Gracie and Maria. Yeah, that's terrible though. Meghan probably hooked Harry up with their son's godfather, or did he? You know what? She's down with it. Okay. Meghan Markle. You know what? Meghan Markle, I told you guys, when I saw Meghan and Harry on their anniversary hanging out with the CEO of Paramount and his wife, and they're all part of Hollyweird, I don't put nothing past them. Because as far as I'm concerned, the powers to be in Hollyweird are still trying to promote Meghan Markle, knowing that she got zero talent. There's nothing marketable about her. Nothing. I mean, it's just flat. Nothing. So she's dancing for her money. Don't get it twisted. They're not giving it to her for free. I think Harry is opening doors because he is still a prince to the king. But I think Meghan Markle is also sweetening the deal, if you know what I mean. Just saying. Them yacht girl experiences, she hook them right on up. Christine, I can't believe the pressure and responsibilities William is under right now. And then add to that his dunce of a brother and their shenanigans. Yeah. William, you could tell in his face. You can tell in his face. He got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Excuse me. Let me get some tea here. My mouth is getting dry. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's got the weight. Imagine that. This is not what he predicted in his world. Think about it. This is not what he would have imagined his life would turn out to be. And that's how life is. Random. Tragedy happens randomly in life. You know, and he picked the right woman to be his wife and the mother of his children. He did do that right. He picked well. Because she understands her role. And she's not confused, but I think it's because she come from a well intact family and she was raised well. So she had that support behind her all along. Meghan Markle is a hustler and a drifter and grifter and broken home. And I mean, and she don't work hard. None of the skills, nothing. She's unfocused. Like, she's focused on the money, but she has no discipline. She's not grounded in reality. Kate is grounded in reality. She knows. She was like, okay, I am married to this man who will be future king. And from what I hear, they dated a while before he married her. So she can get used to it. And she's not confused because she comes from a family that's really stable. It matters, guys. It really, because that scares me. I'm like, with my son, we're not perfect. Nobody is. But I'm like, I really hope he picks a wife that serves him well. That's really my only concern when it comes to my son. The same with my daughter, too. But your boys are different because girls are emotional, but boys are very different, males. So that's what I want. I hope he picks a woman that will serve him well. And he served her well. They're equally yoked. Harry is not equally yoked with Meghan Markle. He actually picked the worst woman for him. He really did. And he's too stupid to see it. He's too stupid to see it. Okay, let's look at some comments. Baby Boxer. Big Willie is handling things fine. The grifters are scrambling. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, William got that support. Did you hear that William likes hanging out with Kate's family, too? And see, so they got a nice little support. They've got a nice little, a village. You heard that it takes a village to raise a child, or to me, I believe that having a life filled with friends and family and that support is beautiful. You can go through life better in a healthier space when you have friends and family. You don't need a lot. You just need to know that there are those that are part of your inner circle that's there for you when you stumble or you fall, and they're there to support you. That's what William have. William's gonna be okay, but he's in a lot of pain. His face looks serious because he don't know the woman that he loves. He doesn't know if she's gonna be here 10 years from now. He doesn't know. No one knows. No one knows. And that shit's scary. That is scary as hell. Cancer is no joke. That's true. It's no joke. No joke at all. Every year I still get nervous. You go for your annual physicals and you go, go see the gynae, you go get your mammograms, you get your physical, then they do the blood work. And it's like every year, it's like, oh God, I just hope nothing crazy pops up. And obviously Kate went for a physical of some sort and it popped up. Random. It's just random, guys. Melissa, hi. Candace doesn't hate Jewish people. Her fight is against Zionism. She has a lot of stuff. It's huge, but she should stop it. Melissa, we're going to get into Candace really quickly, too. Thanks for sharing. Definitely thank you for adding your input. I'm going to get into that really quickly in just a minute. Oh, Dallas, love you, Rhonda. I'm laughing so hard. Love you, too. Love you, too. Okay, E. Baker, I'm so sorry, Rhonda, about losing your parents away. You sure did the work. Oh, yeah, E. Baker. Yeah, I had to. It was and it was not easy. But it's like you work through it. It's like the only way around it is through it. And when you had, and my issues exhibited the issues I was having from childhood trauma, all of that exhibited itself in many different ways in my life. I was screwing up big time. And, I'm not perfect. I've made my mistakes in my life, but I've made amends to those that I've hurt. I've recognized ways in which I made the mistakes and what was going on. And I'm at a better place right now. You know what? I had to learn how to live right in the moment. Because growing up, because my father, he was a terrible alcoholic. I mean, I don't have to create a picture for you. So what I would do, I can't speak for my siblings. I can only speak for myself. I would have to escape in a fantasy world. So I would read a lot. I was just a voracious reader. And I would always dream of always being away from that world where we were just so poor at him drinking. But what happens is that as you grow and you're learning, I was not rooted in reality. I stayed in this fantasy world. So when real life stuff happens, you're not really dealing with it. You're burying it. And then you keep burying it, it starts to come out in other ways. And it was not until when I divorced, my father passed away like probably a month after I divorced. And it went dark. My entire world my kids were little. And all I was thinking was like, oh God, I was so depressed. So I got into intense therapy and it took years. I would say a good 7 years, 5 to 7 years for me to work through this stuff. But let's just say on the other end, I'm happier. I'm in a much better place and I'm grounded in reality and I could stay in the moment. And that's why I like these videos because I'm like, Rhonda loves life. And I'm like, my sister and I would sit on the phone like we're doing now. We sit on the phone and talk about celebrities and why do they do that in mental health issues. And my sister's in the background watching. She never likes to show her face, but she's always commenting. So her name is Rita. So she's here, but she never comments. But I'm glad to be here. So I'm in a better place. And I'm telling you guys, you got to do the work. There's no way around it. The best way to enjoy this life is to stay rooted in reality and stay in the moment and try and do the next right thing. Try not to hurt others. Really. So let's get back to those comments. Christine, yes, Big Willie's a boss. He will make a great king. I think so. I love that he and Katherine are truly kind, good-hearted, and decent people. Such a contrast to the dunce. Yeah, big contrast. Yep, definitely. He seems so kind. We always thought Harry was the kind one, but it seems no, not so much. It's William. It's William that's the kind one. It's and that's beautiful. This is like a Shakespearean tragedy happening real time. It is. I'm telling you, we're gonna watch Harry and Meghan. They're gonna burn out, and we're gonna watch it in real time with their royal trips while they both hang over and flirt with people. Next thing you know, they're gonna, well, this is YouTube, so, and I better be careful because I don't want YouTube to say you're bullying or something. You're bullying Meghan Markle. So, but these two, Harry and Meghan, is the gift they keep on giving. They're like JLo. They are not learning from their life experiences, and they're certainly not growing. They're certainly not growing, for sure. Gracia Maria, any thoughts of some of the YouTubers going against each other? YouTubers who go? No, I don't know who's going. You know what? I don't understand why YouTubers fight back and forth. I don't know what the issue is, because I'm just not going to have an issue. I'm not going to argue with you. So I don't understand what they're arguing about. But then I sometimes wonder if maybe the argument is their strategy to get more views, clickbait, because people do like to see a train wreck. So if you got two people fighting back and forth, that draws views too. So, but yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand the bickering back and forth. I don't get that. I just don't have it in me. I'm not going to argue. Operation Paperclip. Project Veritas report. Disney trans admin says that no age is too young to start talking sex. Yeah, Disney. Yeah, well, Disney, they're the ones that own ESPN, right? And they also gave Harry that Pat Tillman award. So you know how I feel about Disney when it comes to that. At least the Kardashians have work ethics. Yeah, the Kardashians, Kardashians don't give a damn about nothing, but them girls, Kim Kardashian and Kris Kardashian go to everything and anything. You see Kris Kardashian go to all these parties. She's always working. They do work their butt off. You got to give it to them. They do. They really, really do. Oh, Dallas, I think she's frustrated because he won't talk to her. He told her what he didn't want. She still want and did it. How sad. Oh yeah, JLo, she can't JLo cannot she can't let go. Her ego, she cannot let it go. And Ben Affleck is not your property, JLo. Ben Affleck is a whole separate human being. He doesn't want it, and you need to respect that. You do not have a right to keep handling that man's kids. You don't have a right to keep cornering his best friend. This movie Unstoppable, and they claim that this is going to be Academy Award stuff. Yeah, okay. About some guy with one leg. I have no idea. But JLo, I don't watch none of JLo stuff, so I don't know. I'm not into her like that because I don't. But, we'll see. Oh, Dallas, she's advertising her body. Men look at that and they will sleep with her and leave. I grew up with brothers like you. Very true. Very true. They don't. And the idea, let's skip it. Okay. Let me just go back to JLo. We got to point this out. The idea, let me just share this with you. Let's look at this again. The idea that JLo thinks that, I think she, in her mind, she thought that she's the catch and Jennifer Garner was the side piece. Not realizing that, no, you got to twist it. Ben Affleck would have married you if he wanted to originally, 22 years ago. He didn't. He married Jennifer Garner. And I do believe that's the one that he really loves. I really do believe that. JLo was the side piece. So J don't even know. I don't think JLo knows how to have a healthy relationship. That's why she had 4 marriages, and then because she's always attaching them to her like an appendage or some sort. They're not really a person to her. They're just a body. That's really sad. So let's get into Candace Owens right quick before one last thing before I go, Miss Candace Owens. Okay. So Candace Owens. Now, I gotta say, point this out. I am not getting into a debate about Candace Owens. I know some people like her, some people don't. It's no secret that I am not a Candace Owens fan. I like Dave Chappelle, the great comedian, says. He says that he considers Candace Owens to be an articulate idiot, and that's just how I see Candace Owens too. But and however, I see Candace Owens was just suspended from YouTube. And she's why is this thing in my way? I hate this. They put up advertising as soon as can you see this? Yeah, Candace Owens blamed Zionists after she's suspended from YouTube over Kanye West's interview. So Candace Owens, and I saw her debate on Pierce Morgan with Rabbi Shmuley. I saw that one, and they said, "Oh, she really did it to And I can't. You know what? To me, I'm thinking, what, Candace? You have decided that you're going to be the spokesperson, so you're going to die on this hill. And my question is for Candace, what's the end game for this? If you're fighting against an entire religion of people, and I know you think you're right, but these are powerful people who may not agree with you. So I'm just confused. Like, what is the end game? What are you hoping to accomplish here? I'm just curious. What are you trying to accomplish? Let's look at some of the comments. I heard about Candace getting kicked off YouTube, but I didn't see the debate. Yeah, she showed Kanye West again. Now, when you discuss just like race or religion, when you discuss, like, for instance, what's happening with the Jews in the Holocaust and all that, and these are people that have suffered. And the issue is this whole Zionist thing. It's complicated. So you can have a point of view like Candace, we know that you can articulate, like Dave Chappelle says, you're an articulate idiot. So I'm confused. What's the end game? You got fired from the Daily Wire. I think it was the Daily Wire. And you are on these platforms and they're putting you up and you are like fighting with rabbis and then you put Kanye, and Kanye said Death Con, the Jews and all that. And then you get mad and say, why does YouTube kick me off? And then you want to draw more people to you. But I'm like, you are actually fighting with a group of people that has the power to take you down. So what's the end game here? What are you trying to prove? I'm confused. I'm confused. I really am. I'm confused. So my question is, what's the end game? Candace, Baby Boxer says, Candace Owens seems all over the place to me. To me too. It's like, I don't like what she said of George Floyd. I don't want to even get into the debate. It's no secret. Candace, I don't look at Candace Owens and I don't see somebody who I'm impressed with. I certainly don't I see an articulate idiot, somebody who can speak well, and she's got a market. So yeah, but it's not someone I would take seriously. But I know a lot of people, some people do. I don't. But I look at her and I say, you are fighting with a Jewish community. You are arguing with a rabbi. These are people that, and you say, and you put Kanye and you use language that will trigger people that have been massacred. And then you treat it like you should have a voice. Why? Like, who the hell are you? I'm confused. I am too, and put Andrew Tate on there, and he's a loudmouth. Yeah, Christine, she's trying too hard to defend questionable characters like the Tate brothers. Yes. You don't think Andrew Tate's going down, them Tate brothers, girl? Nobody's setting them up. There is no matrix. it's like this language, it draws people to you because it's so inflammatory, but it doesn't mean that what you're doing is smart. And I'm thinking, Candace Owens, you are literally picking with a group of people, and you are hosting people on your platform that are using language that will trigger some Jewish people, and it will. You need to be more sensitive about that. The same inflammatory language that Candace Owens used against Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and all that, because she used that to line her pockets. It triggers some of us. That's the very reason why I don't like watching, because we have been, and I'm not talking about, I'm not going to get into politics and race and all that, but what I'm saying is that where's the sensitivity when you start talking about groups of people who have been oppressed or massacred? Where is it? So you can talk about Blacks, but now you're on to Jewish people, and not all Jewish people are going to welcome you if you have Kanye West, who actually said DEFCON to Jewish people. That is triggering language. It's inflammatory. And then she puts him on there, and then she says, what are you guys getting upset for, YouTube? I've been canceled. Girl, you got bigger problems. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay for you to be doing that, Candace. I think we're going to watch you be taken down a little. I would say in the next 5 years, it'll be interesting to see where Candace Owens is going to be. It's going to be really interesting to see where she's going to be, in my opinion. Okay, why would you debate a drug-addicted, disturbed person? He's not even all there. I know, Christine, he's not. It's like, but because he's crazy, it draws viewers. It's clickbait. Candace Owens accused the president of France, Macron, said that his wife was born a man. And she went on her platform. She also said Jews drink blood and all this inflammatory stuff. And she stepped into it, I think, with the Jewish community, because they do have the power to take her down. And I think that's what's happening. I don't blame YouTube. I disagree with Pat Bet David. I disagree with Sean Atwood. I disagree. I'm sorry. YouTube, we cannot allow that kind of language. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear any of that language about Black Lives Matter. I don't want to hear all of those cold words when you say that Christ is king and all that cold words. And then I don't want to hear that, Candace. I don't want to hear that filth. So I don't blame YouTube for doing that. Now, YouTube, they do check your speech, like, when it comes to like Meghan Markle, but and I don't like it, but I think when it comes to this Candace and this speech and all that crap that she's doing, I don't like it. I don't want to hear it, because all of the history with the Jewish people, all the history with Black people, and these Tate brothers and this crap with Andrew Tate, don't listen to facts, listen to him. And he is a loudmouth buffoon to me. There is nothing intelligent about him. I don't get that either. E. Baker, yep, articulate idiot fits pretty well. What a waste. She's at. Yeah, she is. I think she's on her way down. And I think that what she should do is save her money as much as she can, because she's fighting this issue with Zionists, she claimed. And you're going to put ignorant ass Kanye West on, and then we're supposed to think that that's impressive? Or you put Andrew Tate, a loudmouth buffoon, and his brothers, and they got issues over there in Romania, they got legal issues when it comes to RAPE women. You're going to put him on just because it's clickbait. But you got a bigger problem, Candace, when dealing with the Jewish people, because they are triggered by what you're saying, and your language is triggering. So you want to die on that hill, go ahead. But we're going to keep watching. We're going to keep watching, okay? Because I don't think it's worth it. And that was the question of this video, is what's the end game for Candace, and is it worth it? And I don't think so. Candace, I think you're going to lose this one. All right, guys, this has been really nice. I am so glad that you guys, we talked. Let me see. Let's see some more comments here. Um, Before I go, Baby Boxer, Candace Owens seems to have a pick me, a highest bidder behavior. She needs to calm down. Yeah. I mean, she's one of those that talk, that love to hear herself talk. She's got that problem. The Andrew Tate's got it. All these big mouth commentators. I like talking, but I certainly don't believe everything. I I just don't think that much of just giving my opinion. I will give it in a way that I think it's helpful. But if it's going to cause hurt and it's going to cause a group of people to feel like they are really hurt by it, I'm not trying to hurt people. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to try and say the most controversial things just so that I can get clickbait and I can make money. And that's what I think they're doing. They're just they're loud mouths. And, but I think Candace stepped into it with this one. I think messing with a group of people, they're acting like you have a right to say what you want to say. I don't think that's bright. I think it's stupid. Sometimes you got to shut your mouth and pick your battles. Harry and Kate, they were close at O'Dallas. They were close at one time. That's what's so shocking, that Harry is just, I bet you he's probably trying to call Kate, but he can't reach her because I think William is not allowing that, and I don't blame him. Just leave her alone. Let her be, Harry. You made your bed. Now you got to lie in it. Operation Paperclip. I disagree with Candace on G. Floyd also. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She said horrible things. Like, I guess he deserved to die. That he didn't really. I mean, it was just but, at least she got the views she wanted. Looks nice and healthy. Aren't they on trial for Esther? Yeah. Yes, they are on trial in Romania. And you listen, Andrew Tate, I tell you, guys, his voice irritates me. I tell my kids all the time that most people are like followers. Like, you got to be a leader. Don't just because somebody is the loudest mouth in the room, don't mean that they're God. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Be critical when you're thinking, in your thinking. Be critical thinkers. Don't just, and if you say the most loudest and most outrageous shit, you get views. And people, and that's all they care about. Because them views, more advertising, more money. Yeah. Yep. All right, guys. This was great. Thanks a lot for joining me tonight. I enjoyed this conversation. We kind of do like an hour and a half each time, don't we? I'm going to have some more pictures, a lot more pictures tomorrow when I post. So I'll have more pictures so you guys can see. I got my massage scheduled, and then I've got my tango lessons, and then I'm going to a live tango dinner and a show. So I'm excited about that. And then I got to do the hike on the waterfall. So I got some good images and videos for you that I want to share with you. So before I go, just a quick recap. We are going to keep an eye on Miss JLo. Who is she going to drag now? She can't drag Ben Affleck anymore because the kids are gone. We know Ben gone. Matt Damon cleared up the whole misunderstanding. He was like, Ben Affleck's off, we're not going to talk about Ben Affleck anymore. So it'll be interesting. Who is she going to tie herself to? Because she's got to attach herself to a man. Hopefully, she just goes away. But we'll see. Harry and Meghan, this Polo doc. I can't wait to see those numbers for that. Princess Kate, let's keep her in our prayers. Katherine, her and William. That's the family we should keep in our prayers because that's sad. All right, guys, this has been really great. I want to thank you for joining me. I am actually going to take a shower and wash my hair. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of it. Thank you so much, Gracia. Thank you so much. Yeah, Andrew Tate's a gaslighter. Yes, he is. No one cares what he thinks. Thanks again, Ronnie. Yes, please share your pics and have fun. I will, guys. This has been always fun. Bye, everyone. Baby Boxer, bye. Christine, see you. Gracia, Maria, thank you so much for sharing. Yep, baby boxer. Odalis Ruiz, love you. This has been great. Christine, thank you so much for sharing your opinion. E. Baker, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Operation Paperclip, welcome. Did I forget anybody? This was really great. I enjoyed our conversation. Melissa, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Odalis, yep. Sci-fi fantasy, of course. Thank you so much. All right, guys. You have a beautiful night. And if you think of any other topics you'd like to discuss, let me know. Rinsky, this was fun. Thank you very much for chiming in. You guys have a good night. Love you. Ciao. Mwah.